After Kevin Durant and Draymond Green had a massive fight on the court and in the locker room after a game versus the Clippers in which the Warriors lost because Draymond Green turned it over instead of giving it to Durant by the end of regulation, it seems even more likely now that Kevin Durant will be leaving the Warriors this offseason. Due to many reasons, the biggest one being his legacy, it makes a lot of sense for Durant to leave the Warriors to win elsewhere because the majority of NBA fans would add an asterisk next to Durant's championships and finals MVPs because he really didn't have to work for those rings. Joining a 73-9 team with a two-time MVP point guard, I'm not going to go on and on with this because you've heard it all before. Basically, to really establish himself as one of the greatest players to ever play the game, because he does have the talent to become a top 10 player ever, he has to earn himself a few rings on a team that isn't stacked like the Warriors. There are a few teams that people have speculated that Durant would join: the Clippers, Lakers, Sixers, Knicks, and the team that I think he should go to, the Chicago Bulls. Now obviously I'm a homer in this situation, so more than anything I want Durant to go to the Bulls, but I do think that they have a serious case that no one is talking about. Let's first talk about the Lakers, the team that I think most people would say Kevin Durant's going to join this offseason. With the Lakers, there is a very basic reason why Kevin Durant will not / should not go to the Lakers, and that basic reason is LeBron James. He signed with the Warriors after he couldn't beat them from a game-to-game basis in a playoff series. Another battle that he was constantly losing was him versus LeBron, so going to play with LeBron would have been seen as another weak move. He would be leaving the team that he was losing to play with the rival that he was losing to. And how exactly would leaving the best team in the league to play with the best player in the league improve his image? Well, it wouldn't. Leaving the best team for the best player would also be considered a weak move, which Durant is trying to avoid. Going to the Sixers would basically be like joining the Diet Warriors, leaving 3 All-Stars in Draymond, Clay, and Curry for 3 All-Stars in Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons, because I do believe Ben Simmons will be an All-Star this season, so he'll be leaving 3 stars for 3 stars. If you remove KD from the Warriors as a pool of talent, the Warriors without Kevin Durant aren't that much more talented than the Sixers are right now or will be. That's as a whole. So Durant's leaving an easy situation for an easy situation, and that is with the assumption that Butler resigns. Also, the Sixers wouldn't have the cap space to give KD that huge deal that he wants. He'd have to take a pay cut to go there. For the Clippers, I do think they're a good option for KD. With the Lakers and Sixers, KD would be jumping from one stacked ship to another, and any winning he did there would have an asterisk, which KD is trying to avoid. For the Clippers though, their 2 best players are Tobias Harris and Lou Williams, who are both borderline stars, and there's a bunch of role players. On that team, KD would get to play in LA, be a clear first option, and winning for the Clippers wouldn't have an asterisk next to it. But the Clippers' history of poor management and the Clippers' curse, which I'm not a superstitious person in the slightest, but I honestly believe in that one. With those 2 things, it could be a deterrent for Durant, but I still think the Clippers are a good choice for KD. Next, I'm putting the Knicks and Bulls together for a reason. They're both in a similar situation. The Knicks and Bulls are both big market teams with young talent that are rebuilding and have a lot of cap space. But as of now, it looks like the Bulls' young talent is going to be better, and that the management, believe it or not, has been better ever since Gar Forman has lost a leadership role in the front office. With Zach LaVine's emergence this year as an all-star level player, Lauri Markkanen, who was incredibly impressive in his rookie year, who just added 15 pounds of muscle on top of that, addressing his strength issue. Wendell Carter Jr., who looks like a more athletic Al Horford and is having an impressive rookie year, and a few other solid young guys like Bobby Portis, who could be a future 6th man of the year, and Chris Dunn, who's an all-defensive level defender. That's more overall talent than Porzingis, who's been recovering from a serious injury. Apparently he can't even run still, despite his injury happening a while ago, which is not a good sign. Kevin Knox has struggled early, and Robinson, Trier, and Ntilikina don't make up for the overall talent difference between the 2 teams. New York has a bad history with star players, and fans in New York are particularly critical, which is something that Kevin Durant seems to have a problem with. In conclusion, I think Chicago is the best place for Durant to go this offseason to accomplish his 4 goals. 1, no longer being hated. 2, earning a championship, or 2 or 3. 3, having a team with enough talent, but not so much that it's a cheap move. And 4, getting paid, because the Bulls have plenty of cap space. LaVine and Laurie would provide KD with plenty of spacing and scoring, Wendell and Chris Dunn would play some amazing defense, and if they wanted to trade for some other star, they would have the assets for it. Do I think the Bulls are the team that he goes to? No, but I definitely see it as an option that Durant should consider. And the Bulls front office should be ready to make a pitch to Durant, because they have a good case to sign him. That's the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content like this, and cue the outro music.